Are you? Yeah. Oh, that was not a strike. I don't know if we're live or not. All right, well, welcome, Pirates fans. I'm not sure if we're live or not, but I'm going to start talking. If you're just now joining us, we got 2 quick outs. Ty popped out to the shortstop. Parker grounded out to the second baseman. 2 outs here in the top half of the first inning, so Luke Lunar-Landers is up. I'm just going to talk. If you can hear me, let me know. Shoot me a text. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs for ball 1. We're out here in ball 2. Northeast Matagorda. I actually saw the Gulf of Mexico. We were so close to it today. It was a nice sunrise. A lot of water on this field. So 2-1 count to Luke. Here's the pitch. Luke hits that one off the handle, but that's going to get in for a little bloop single. So Luke gets it started with 2 outs. He's going to get a – Parker's going to come run for Luke. Since Luke's a catcher, you get a courtesy runner. You know, before long, they're probably going to have courtesy runners for every single player on the field. Right now, just the pitcher and catcher, but they'll move to the third baseman and first baseman next. Throw over to first. Parker's back in plenty of time. Nice fields out here in northeast Matagorda. I don't know where they got all the money to build these fields, but they're nice. Here's the pitch. It's outside for ball 1. Parker Steele standing up. The bases are on the very back of the fake dirt that's out there. Safely. Here's the pitch. Travis hits that one hard. That's going to get down for a base hit, and the Pirates are on the board. Travis has been swinging his new bat. Looks like he likes it. I think he was 3 for 3 yesterday, and he's 1 for 1 today. Scouting report on this Marucci team is that they are elite. We don't have any other scouting report beyond that. Pitcher comes set. Travis gets his lead. He takes off, pitches high, and Travis is up easy. So 2 outs, Travis on second base. KP Kelby Pittman at the plate. Honestly, I'm not quite sure what he could be talking about. Pitcher got 2 quick outs and then gave up a bloop single. Travis hit it hard, but hadn't been pitching terrible. So not sure what that mound visit was about. Maybe just to calm him down. All right, here we go. Here's the pitch. Kelby fouls that one straight back. Travis with a good dive back into second base. No throw, but the dive looked good. Here's the pitch. Kelby hits that one hard down the third base line. That's going to get in for a base hit. Travis is going to score. Good job there by the left fielder getting the ball in quickly to hold Kelby for a single, but Kelby hit that one hard right down the third baseline. Scores Travis. That brings up Brenner, a.k.a. Vlad Guerrero, the third. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a strike. Take was on all the way. Catcher's got a good arm. Here's the pitch. It's hit straight up. Shortstop looks like he's camped under it. He catches it for the third out of the inning. So the Pirates score 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave 1 man stranded. We head into the bottom half of the first inning. Pirates 2. Marucci, Elite 0. The Pirates doing a good job there of scoring some runs with 2 outs. Luke did a good job of getting it started. Got big hits from Travis and Kelby to get Henry some run support. So Henry's going to be starting on the mound today. Luke's behind the plate. Sockgate is in full effect. Ty's on third. Brenner's at short. Dash is at second. Preston's at first. Travis is in right. Parker's in center. And Kelby is in left. Well, we're glad you're here with us early this morning. If you are listening, that means you made the good decision and didn't leave your house before 6 a.m. to come down here for a baseball game. You can sit out on your back patio, folks, right behind the field. Nice view. There's a cow pasture back there as well. I haven't seen any cows yet. Septic tanks are right behind the Pirates dugout, so it smells disgusting. Robert Landers doesn't mind, though. Yeah, it doesn't smell too much different than what the dugout normally smells like, so the boys are used to it. They're actually probably kind of digging it. All right, here we go, folks. Henry's trying to pull his socks up. He's got his knees covered now. They won't stay covered long. All right, here we go. Henry's working out of the windup. Here's the pitch. Down low for ball 1. Scouting report on this leadoff guy is that he's elite. We might use that joke a lot today, folks. Henry's still working out of the windup. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. That pitch was almost in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Henry's still working out of the windup. He's much slower in his windup today than he was yesterday. He was real quick through the windup yesterday. A little bit high for ball 2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Henry gets the leadoff strikeout. Boys are throwing around the horn. Will they be successful? They are. They're still a little bit slow getting it around the horn. We're going to work on that. I say we. I'm not a coach. I'm just an announcer. I just call it like I see it. But they're going to work on that at some point. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs for ball 1. Here's the pitch. That looked good. Don't know where it missed. Chance of barrel coming out of the second out of the inning. Boys are throwing it around again. They're 2 for 2 on taking it around the horn. Two up, 2 down so far for the Pirates. Here's the pitch. That's popped foul over into the other field. Left fielder in the other field almost got hit. Didn't even realize it until it was past him, though. And he's still working out of the windup. Here's the pitch. That's on the outside corner for strike 2. Chance of barrel still going on. I don't know if they're talking about the bat or the hurricane from last summer. Here's the pitch. That's hit chopper to Brenner at short. He fields it, fires it to first. Preston with the dig, and the Pirates go get him in order. 1, 2, 3. We head into the top half of the second inning. Pirates 2, Marucci Elite 0. Scouting report on this Marucci team is that they are elite. Thanks for joining us this morning, though. Big shout out to Jill Chisholm. Once again, the only mom who was here pregame. Katie DeFritas got here, but she was a little bit late, so we're not going to give her credit for being here early enough.
I was here early.
She was here early, but she was out at the field a little bit late. So Jill was the only Pirates mom who was here early enough for our pregame show, but we need at least 2. So all you moms out there listening that aren't pulling your weight, let's go. Certain folks really want to call out Robin. I'm not going to name names, but I'm also not going to disagree. Word on the street, though, is that Jill only has half a job, so that's why she's able to. She's a single mom who works half a job. She's actually a married mom who works half a job. Basically the same. Will the Thrill Hall's up. It's on the outside corner for strike 1. Will had a big-time double last game. Here's the pitch. Fouled that off the end of the bat. That's in there for strike 1. I was correct. It was a take sign. Fake bunt, take sign. So Clint's got an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. He hits that one. That's a little bloop that's going to get down for a base hit. So much like the first inning, the Pirates get 2 quick outs and then get a 2-out base hit. Preston looking to do some work. He's looking to chop some wood. He's doing some shoulder presses before he gets up there. Make sure they're nice and warm. Preston's got his arm sleeve on. Still on the wrong arm, but it's working. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Pirates are wearing their white pinstripe jerseys, white pants. There's some more shoulder presses from Preston. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one down the first base line. Preston's still looking for a shoe deal if anybody knows anybody. Here's the pitch. Preston hits that one down the first base line. That's also a foul. Good diving stop by the first baseman, though. Just in foul territory, so it doesn't count. He's elite, though. Pitcher steps off the mound. Clint gets back to second base. Here's the pitch. Preston hits that one high out into left field. Left fielder's coming in, and he makes the grab. So the Pirates scored no runs. They get one hit. They leave one man on. We headed to the bottom half of the second inning. Pirates 2, Marucci elite 0. Changes. Henry is making his way out to left. Ties in right. Preston's at first, and Clint's going to be playing second. We're glad you're here with us this morning, folks. It's early. It's a beautiful day. It might be the last beautiful morning that Houston gets for the next, I don't know, 6 months. But it's nice right now. All right, well, at least someone is on their patio. I'm just checking the live chat on YouTube. T Money's on his patio sipping coffee and watching the game. So good on you, T Money. You made the right decision. The rest of us can't say the same. All right, here we go. Henry's still working out of the windup. Here's the pitch. It's outside for ball 1. Chance of barrel are still ringing. Not sure if it's the bat or the hurricane like we talked about. Suffered a little bit of damage from Hurricane Beryl last summer. I don't know about the rest of y'all. Had a giant tree limb come down. Here's the pitch. That's hit on the barrel right out in the center field. Parker fields that one and gets it back in. So that's some shoulder stretches, some arm stretches. Travis throws down behind the runner. It was close. Travis has got a good arm. Henry takes a long look over at the runner on first base who is still standing on first base. Henry comes set. Here's the pitch. That literally hit the plate and bounced up. Runner is going to third. Travis with a great throw in time. Oh! That throw was right there. I'm not sure how we didn't get that call because the throw was in time. The tag looked like it was in time. But base runner is called safe. I like to give these umps a hard time. Not too hard of a time. They're doing a good job. But I feel like I had a pretty good view from where I'm standing. He was out. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs for ball 2. Line, and he gets the first out of the inning in foul territory. So good job there by Hey Tommy, live stream's down. That one's popped up. Preston calls it and makes the play. What? All right, folks, I don't think any of y'all can hear me, but I'm saving this for posterity. Honestly, I don't. It almost looks like a cricket bat, I'm not sure what's going on. It's amazing. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Oh, okay. Oh, perfect. Okay. Swing and a miss for strike one. It's not, this is great. It's not a parachute, it's a power shoot. So I am mad because I didn't make that up. You can sell anything these days. That's outstanding. I bet it's a Marucci branded power shoot. Oh, got him. Got him. That's going to hurt for a while, folks. Oh, all right. Y'all can hear me. You just can't see it. All right. So I hope you saw the power shoot. Oh, that's amazing. I'm gonna have to think about some good jokes to make on that one. All right, runners on first and third, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Runner hit, chopper hit to Will at third. He fields it cleanly, makes the throw, and the Pirates get out of the inning. So Pirates give up one hit. They don't allow any runs. We head into the top of the third inning. Pirates. They don't allow any runs. We head into the top of the third inning. Pirates 2, Marucci Elite 0. Looks like, okay, here's a question for the viewing audience, if you can hear me. Do you think that this Marucci team is allowed to have any equipment that's non-Marucci? That's the poll question. So leave us a comment. Let us know. Let us know what you think. I've seen a lot of Marucci bats. I don't know if Marucci makes gloves.
I got it. The other team?
I don't know if that's a PG or a USSA.
There's some discussion about the rules. There's some discussion about the rules.
League, but,
yeah, we've got, okay, hey, we're going to do an in-game interview with Coach Britton. Coach Britton, this Marucci team, obviously the scouting report is that they're elite.
Yeah.
We haven't quite seen that yet, but that's the scouting report. But they've been yelling, I got it, whenever their team hits a fly ball. Do you know what the rule at PG tournaments is?
I do not know the rule at PG. I do know the rule at USSA, which it's kind of ridiculous. But you're apparently not supposed to yell at the runner as a player. Fans, I think it's free game. As a player, I don't believe you can heckle, but I don't think these umpires know that rule. Fortunately, and maybe unfortunately.
I agree. I don't think the umpires know that rule. Although I would say this is the best crew that we've had in a while. I think we had the same crew. Here's the first pitch of this inning to Dash. That's in their first strike. We had the same crew last season, and they did a really good job. I think we had them up in Willis a couple times last season. So here's the pitch. Dash pops that one up and out of play. So here we're gonna go back to Britton, this in-game interview. Will you let us know what you just said?
So our players are in the dugout as the pop-up comes to the catcher. He's hustling over there. Our players, just let the kid try to make a play. Maybe even give him a little clap, good hustle. It's just the way the Pirates do it.
I agree. That is the way they wait.
Do it.
I agree. That is the way they wait. Can't talk. I'm not used to having another voice, and I like it. I did wake up early this morning. So Dash strikes out. That brings up Ty, the hit guy. Here's the pitch. It's outside for ball one. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. So Ty with a 1-1 count. All right. I'd like to thank Coach Britton for joining us in game. We're back to our regularly scheduled program now. Here's the pitch. It's outside for ball two. Ty hits that one hard out into right field. That's going to get to the wall. Ty rounds first base. He's going to be rounding second base. And Ben's going to hold him at third. Ty in there with a steal with 1 out. He hit that one hard. So that's 3 triples on the tournament for these Pirates. Here's the pitch. swing and a miss for strike one. Parker's up. Parker grounded out to the second baseman his first time up. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Parker hits that one to the right side. Foul. Parker hits that one in the hole between first and second. That's going to get in there for a base hit and tie score. So the Pirates lead 3-0. Good piece of hitting there by Parker with 2 strikes. Gets one to the right side to ensure that the run scores. Parker takes off. Take was on all the way. That's in there for a ball throw. Gets down to second base, but nowhere near. All right, so team when they played. Luke gets the stolen base. Good slide there by Luke. Luke had a sweet slide yesterday into home base, into home plate, not into home base. Come on, who am I? Into home plate. He you just had to see it. It was great. Here's the pitch. Travis fouls that one off the end of the bat for strike 2. So 2 strikes. Luke's on second. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Hit it hard right at the shortstop. Luke had to adjust. There's going to be a play at third. Luke's in a rundown. There's nobody home at third. Hopefully Luke's going to get there. He doesn't. He gets attempted being. He was aggressive. That was good. That was good, aggressive. Head into the bottom of the 3rd inning. Pirates 4, Marucci Elite 0. All right, folks. Well, today's game is brought to you by Rosenberg Arts Alliance. If you're looking for good art and you're in northeast Matagorda, come check out the Rosenberg Arts Alliance. It's also brought to you by Chismosas Taco House. If we win this game, I think I'm definitely going to be going to have lunch at Chismosas. All right, defensively for the Pirates, we got some changes. Henry's still on the mound. Luke is back behind the plate. Travis is at third. Dash is at short. Kelby's at second. Clinton left. Preston's at first. I can't remember if I said that or not. Preston's at first. We're struggling with the video as well. I think the cell service out here in northeast Matagorda is tough. So our internet broadcast is not the best. We're working on getting an actual radio broadcast here at KNOW, but right now we're just pretending to be a radio station that's actually a YouTube station. Here's the first pitch of this inning. That's hit softly, but where they aren't, right up the middle. So 1 pitch, 1 hit for this Marucci team. Turns out T-Money's correct. I haven't seen a non-Marucci bat on this team. And I guarantee you they don't give them to you for free. All right, looks like Marucci's back to the top of their lineup. Here's the pitch. Right there, so it's an effective pitch if you know how to use it. It's in there for strike one. 1-1 count. That one's hit softly to Henry. He fields it from a knee, throws over to first, gets the first out of the inning. Runner advances to second. So good job there by Henry fielding that one. Had he fielded it a little bit cleaner, maybe could have gone to 2 to attempt the double play, but gets the sure out at first base. We've got 1 out, runner on second base. Here's the pitch. It's outside for ball 1. Lots of little sisters here with us today. No little brothers other than Luke. Runner's going. No throw by Luke. And the base runner who scored ran into the screen. Not sure what happened there, folks. I just turned my head right as the base runner who scored came running in, and he just didn't stop, and he ran straight into the screen. That was cool. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. I think that base runner is going to go, thankfully, next inning sponsored by Expert Collision Center. That base runner is going to go check them out, make sure everything's working properly. Because he was a pretty good collision with the wall. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt for ball 1. All right, Luke gave Henry, told him something. I don't know what he told him, but Henry said, all right, I got it. So Luke's giving him some signs. Henry. Here's the pitch. Third out of the inning. So the Pirates give up 1 run on 1 hit. Marucci doesn't leave anyone stranded. 4th inning. Pirates 4, Marucci Elite 1. I don't think this Marucci team has a first base coach. How about it? They don't have a first base coach. When you're elite, you don't need a first base coach. You just know what to do. So, good for them. 2 up for the Pirates is Brenner, Will, and then Henry. Here's the pitch. Almost hits Brenner. Gets stuck under the screen, under the padding on the wall. That's ball 1. Here's the pitch. It's outside for ball 2. Two-0 count for Brenner. He's going to be looking for pitching, hit hard. Fouled that one right into the catcher's glove. He wanted that one, though. It was a good swing. Here's the pitch. Brenner hits that one to the shortstop. Shortstop backhands it, makes the throw, but it is not in time. Brenner hustling down the line is rewarded with a base hit. So leadoff base hit by Brenner. That brings up Will the Thrill Hall. Throw over to first base. Brenner's back in plenty of time. First baseman still has the ball. Hidden ball trick still. Here's the pitch. That's a Boston who was about 3 to 4 steps off the second base. So, well, fortunately for them, could have been bad for them. Good for us if he hadn't been there, or if the throw hadn't been there. Here's the pitch. Fouled off for strike one. 1-1 count. That was a balk, but it didn't get called. Here's a pitch. Will hits that one high out into right field. Right fielder's coming over. It's going to get out of play. So new life there for Will. He's got a 1-2 count. (4-1) Pirates, nobody out. Brenner's on second. Started a swing that he didn't want to swing at that. That brings up Henry Poole, is another good nickname. We always thought we would call him Hank after we named him Henry, but he's got folks that call him Hank. It's just his mom and his dad are not one of them. Brenner gets his lead off the third. Here's the pitch. Henry hits that one high out into right center. It should score a run. Brenner tags up and scores. So Henry with a sac fly. Brenner scores. The Pirates lead 5-1. Here's the pitch. Clint fouls that one straight back. By the catcher. First rebound of the day. Board this inning. 5 total. Clint hits that one hard out in the left center. That's going to get down for a base hit. So Clint with his second base hit brings up Preston, a.k.a. the Lumberjack. Doing his shoulder presses, getting ready. Getting ready to chop some wood. Here's the pitch. Take was on all the way. That's in there for a strike. Clint slides in. Nobody's covering second base, folks. I think they'll be stealing all day because no one is covering second. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball one. 1-1 count to Preston. Pitcher comes set without Preston even being in the batter's box, so he realizes it, steps off. Clint gets his lead. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball two. Hey, we got the scoreboard working. Here's the pitch. Clint stealing third. Throw is a good one, but is a little bit high. Clint slides in safe. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs for ball four. So Preston earns a 5-pitch walk. I think he got the first pitch when he had the take sign. He saw a ball. That brings up Dash. Preston takes off. trying to get the attention of the pitcher. Pitcher is locked in on him, gives up the run. It worked out, and Preston is out, but the run scored, so that worked. So Pirates scored 2 runs on 2 hits. They don't leave anybody stranded. We head into the bottom half of the 4th inning. Pirates 6. The whole screen is just a big, giant. We even have advertising out on the scoreboard. Academy is sponsoring today's game, according to the scoreboard. Henry's still on the mound. Luke's behind the plate. Ty's at third. Brenner's at short. Clint's at second. Preston's at first. Kelby's in right. Dash is in center. And Will is in left. Oh, 1 count. Henry working out of the windup. Here's the pitch. Changeup got him out front. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Looked like another changeup. Brenner over there, soft line drive. Brenner able to work back and make that play. Good play by the middle infield. Shortstop and second baseman both making plays this inning. 2 outs.
Brenner's like, hold my beer, watch me.
Here's the pitch. It's upstairs. Almost hit the umpire. But bounced right back to Luke, so good. Here's the pitch. Hit softly. Henry off the mound, fields it, and makes a good throw. Pirates retire Marucci in order. 8-1. Well, folks, this inning is brought to you again by Chismosas Taco House in Rosenberg. We're probably gonna have a food review for you next game if we win this one. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. After we go get some tacos, we're gonna go check out the Rosenberg Arts Alliance. It's gonna be a good time. I've heard they've got some imitation Picassos and a few Renoirs as well. We're gonna go check it out. They might have a musical troupe that's doing a play or a musical, something like that. But Rosenberg Arts Alliance, check them out. We'll check them out for you. We'll give you a report. Hope everyone's enjoying the baseball game today. Leave us some comments. Send me a text if there's anything particular you want me to talk about. I was dragging yesterday, folks, so I'll go ahead and apologize for my performance yesterday. I was struggling. I don't know what it was. The boys kind of struggled that first game, and then the second game, although we destroyed that team, it was just kind of a boring game, real sloppy. So I was struggling. I apologize for that. I'm trying to do a better job for the viewing audience today. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you want me to talk about. Everett Poole wants me to talk about chicken. You know what? I could talk about chicken. I worked at Tyson Chicken for about a year and a half. One of the worst jobs that I've ever had. I was in the finance department, not at a chicken plant, but I'll tell you what, that job sucked. Here's the first pitch to Dash. Dash hits that one hard in the hole. Shortstop gets a glove on it, but not going to make a play. So good hard hit ball there by Dash. He's rewarded with a base hit, leadoff base hit. That brings up Ty, the hit guy. He's 1 for 2 with a triple and a run scored. Dash gets his lead. Throw over to first, not in time. First baseman's probably going to try the hidden ball trick. Yeah, he acts like the ball got to the screen. Unfortunately for him, Dash still had his head down and didn't even notice that he made that little move, so it didn't work. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs. Dash slides in safely. Somebody was covering second base for this elite team today, or on that play. Second baseman was covering. The base is like popped up. It's not down. Dash gets his lead. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs for ball 2. So yeah, back to talking about chicken. I work for Tyson Foods. Terrible job. Again, didn't work at the chicken plant, but if you've never been to a chicken plant, don't go. You won't want to eat chicken for a long time. It's real gross. Here's the pitch. Ty hits that one hard right to the shortstop, though. He fields it, makes the throw, pulls the first baseman off the line, and looked like he tagged him, but Ty... Wow, that was first baseman got pulled down the first baseline, missed the tag, and then went over and pushed Ty down. So you don't see that too often. Parker squares around a bunt. I think it's going to be a fake. That had all the markings of a benches clearing brawl there, folks. Here's the pitch. Take was on all the way. That's in there for a strike. No throw. Ty steals second. So Parker's got these Marucci boys like trying the hidden ball trick. Third baseman tried it too. That had all the markings of a benches clearing brawl. Ty got pushed down. Benches were about to clear, but then they didn't. Here's the pitch. It's on the outside corner for strike 2. Here's the pitch. Parker fouls that one off, but right into the catcher's glove, and that's the first out of the inning. All right, runners on second and third, 1 out. Luke Lunar-Landers is up. Here's the pitch. Luke fouls that one straight back. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Runners get their leads. Here's the pitch. Luke hits that one hard right to the third baseman. He boots it. That gets out into the corner, foul corner in left field. Dash scores, Ty scores, and Luke is on second base. That brings up Travis, a.k.a. the Rock Jock. It's outside for ball 1. So Parker's going to courtesy run for Luke. Parker takes off. Here's the pitch. Parker's going to be safe. That's his 53rd stolen base of the season. Here's the pitch. It's outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Pirates lead 8-1. Here's the pitch. Some kind of off-speed pitch hit right to the first baseman. He makes the play, and Parker scores standing up. 9-1 Pirates, 2 outs. That brings up KP Kelby Pittman. It's outside for ball 1. Pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. Kelby fouls that one off. This catcher's done a good job of catching foul tips. Foul tips. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Kelby strikes out to end the inning. We are headed into the bottom half of the 5th inning. Pirates lead 9-1. All right, folks. Henry is still on the mound. Luke is still behind the plate. Travis is at first. Kelby's at second. Brenner's at short. Will is going to be playing third. Ty's in left. Parker's in center. And Clint's in right. Well, folks, we didn't get rid of the puppy last night. We were looking for someone to adopt him. We thought we had a new home for him, but that fell through, so he came back home with us. He's not out here today, but the power chute is back out, so that's positive. Puppy is not out here today. I don't think he's going to be coming out here today. I think he would be welcome, but he is not coming out here today. Lots of concrete out here. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So the power chute is working. I don't know what it's doing, but it's working. Here's the pitch. That's outside for ball 1. 1-1 count. Henry's working out of the windup. Here's the pitch. A little bit high for ball 2. Don't think that this kid's going to swing it a whole lot. Upstairs. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 3. And the boys try to take it around the horn, but someone wasn't paying attention, so they didn't. I'm not going to say who wasn't paying attention because I don't like calling little boys out, but that would have been their third time taking it around the horn. But first unsuccessful attempt. Here's the pitch. That is in there for strike one. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt for ball one. So Henry working out of the real slow windup. Henry working out of the very, very slow windup, which is good because he was flying through it last game. But he's progressively slowed down this entire game. Here's the pitch. That's in there for strike one. Sorry, strike two. Here's the pitch. That's hit up the middle. Brenner's over. He fields it, makes the throw, and gets the second out of the inning. So good job there by Brenner moving to his left, fielding the ball, making a throw. 2 outs. Boys take it around the horn successfully that time. Good job, boys. Hitting it around the horn as I'd like to see, but they're working on it. Here's the pitch. It's down low for ball one. Maybe trying to overthrow. He just needs to throw strikes. This is the bottom of the Marucci elite lineup. The whole lineup is elite, so, you know, it's tough to take a pitch off against an elite lineup. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs for ball three. Henry down 3-0. He's going to be looking to come back. He's decided to work out of the stretch now. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. Well, he didn't have the take sign. The third base coach, which is the only coach for this elite team, is talking to one of the dads, so he's not really even paying attention. Here's the pitch. It's in there for strike two. So after throwing 3 straight balls, Henry comes back with 2 quick strikes. He's working out of the stretch now. Likes how it's feeling better. Here's the pitch. Oh, that was close, folks. That was real close, but he missed. Gives up his first walk. So runner on first base, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning, Pirates lead 9-1. Henry looking to close this game out. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt, gets past Luke. Runner advances to second. Henry runs the guy back, the base runner back to second base. To the top of this Marucci elite lineup. Here's the pitch. That's hit softly and foul down the right field line. One ball, one strike. Two outs. Runner on second base. Here's the pitch. That's fouled off for strike two. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Chance of barrel coming out of the dugout again. Here's the pitch. That's hit right into the screen Top ball. Here's the pitch. Change up. Man, that was a good looking pitch. It wasn't a strike, but kudos to the hitter for laying off of that. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Fouled back for, oh, he already had 2 strikes. So fouled back, hitter stays alive. Henry coming after this kid. I think he might get him right here. Here's the pitch. That looked real good. I don't know where that one missed, folks. Three-two count. Here's the pitch. Upstairs. Throw is in time, but pulled Will too far off at third base. All right, we're gonna have a pitching change. Henry goes 4 2/3, gives up 1 run on, I think, 2 hits, had a bunch of strikeouts, only 1 walk. Defense played great behind him. Great job there, Henry Poole. First pitch is in there for a ball. Throw down. Kelby cuts it off. That's a design play. Runner on third didn't bite. So Brenner going to try and get this last out of this inning. Maybe the last out of the game. That looked pretty good. That was letter high. I don't know where it missed. Hit softly back to Brenner. He fields it cleanly, makes the throw, and gets the third out. That, folks, is the ball game. So Pirates win 9-1. We're going to be waiting around for, I don't know, a bunch of hours. We're going to go eat at Chismosas Taco House. Join us if you want. Otherwise, hear our review afterwards. We'll see you in about 5 hours.